Hello, hello. Welcome to day 1238 of Connecting the Thoughts. Code for today is perspective is the lens that impacts what you see. Perspective is the lens that impacts what you see. It is the lens that impacts what you see. So, what you get to see highly depends on the lens that you are using. Isn't that interesting? More on this on the other side of the show reel. Tag a friend who needs to receive this message. And if you haven't subscribed already, do subscribe to the channel. Chocolate wrappers. More on this on the other side of the show reel. Again, tag a friend who needs to receive this message. I will catch you on the other side. See ya. Welcome back to the conversation. Code for today is interesting. It is talking about perspectives. It is talking about perspective is the lens that impacts what you see. So, if I were to use one of these wrappers, one of these chocolate wrappers, those that you get in the Quality Street box. These are literally wrappers from the Quality Street box, Macintosh. And if I were to use this against my webcam, what you would be seeing is a very orangey screen. If I use this, it would be a very purpley screen. It's crumpled, so the impact, it's not straight. You can't really see through also it depends on how focused I am, how closely I am bringing it to the lens, isn't it? So it makes all of it, it's like the perspective is, what is the perspective that you are using? Are you using this perspective? Are you using it from very close by? Are you using it from a distance? Are you using it on the side? Are you using a different color? Perspective define the impact what you see. They are the reason why you see things the way you do. It's your perspective, and sometimes it's not your perspective. It's a perspective of someone else, somewhere else. Hey Panda, lovely, thank you for joining. So if you are using someone else's perspective, someone else's point of view to look at the world, it's going to taint your point of view, right? So what is the most important thing to do? The most important thing to do is to shift away that perspective, so that you can see purple for purple and orange for orange, so that you can understand that this is what is tainting my perspective. Take a step back and understand, is this really my point of view, or is it a perspective I have taken on due to conditioning, due to the way people around me think? Or am I thinking of it this way because of the way past experiences have been? Very often we're afraid to move forward in life because of past failures, because of past judgments, because of past, I don't know, mishaps, things that have happened in the past. You're using the reference of previous experiences to look at new opportunities. So what happens? You are not able to see those new opportunities clearly. They are tainted with the color of the past, right? Hi Rajiv, thank you for joining. So Panda says, very inspiring talk, thank you. Perspective varies it, I think that's varies according to our mindset. Yes, it does. It does. Therefore, as I said, past experiences, perspective of other people, and then there is your own mindset. Are you feeling excited about the situation? Are you holding back because of whatever reason? Is there something that you are judging yourself? We do tend to judge, and yes, Thank you very much, LinkedIn user. I wish I knew who you were. That's why, guys, I invite you always to join me from my YouTube channel so that I can see your names. The privacy there is very different, so I can see your names. I can acknowledge you for the inputs and the value you bring. Thank you so much. LinkedIn user says, great subject. Perspective is fluid, as you have said. Is it my own or influenced by others? The great thing is our perspectives can change. Absolutely. Our perspectives can change. Rajiv says, I always believe that there are three sides to every situation we are faced: my view, your view, and the real view. Absolutely right. And again, to add on what Rajiv is saying, when we are looking at ourselves on Zoom, sometimes the image is mirrored. When the image is mirrored, how many of us get confused when we're setting ourselves up just before we go online, and we go, oh, it's on this side, or is it on this side? We get confused. Hey, Eileen, thank you so much. I can't see your name on the StreamYard panel, so thank you for putting in your name so that I can acknowledge you. So thank you everyone for your inputs, and let me know what your thoughts are on perspective and what lens are you wearing today. Are you wearing the lens of conditioning? Are you wearing the lens of past experiences, or are you wearing the lens of future manifesting, future pacing your realities, or are you in the now? Is your lens clean? Also makes a matter. Sometimes we don't even have a different perspective, but sometimes there could be smudges on your lens, and that could also impact the clarity with which you're looking at things. So these are my thoughts. I would love to hear from you what it is about perspective that makes you feel connected. What is it about perspective that makes you, take a step back and say, this is how it should be? Or is that also a perspective? So more on this again, from I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I'd love to hey, Lachelle, thank you for joining, Supermom, America's Supermom. Thank you for joining us. So yes, we're talking about perspective. We're talking about, again, perspective also uh, is also decided based on the role you are playing, right? Because I read Supermom, I just realized sometimes we look at things differently as a mom, as a wife, and as a public speaker. So you might have a different perspective, a different take on what needs to get done, what is priority, what opportunity I should take up, what opportunity I can kind of put on park on the side for now. What is it that really really needs my attention? What is it that can give it a little pause, give it a little wait for a while and then address it later? So these are different perspectives to how we look at things, and how our perspective then begins to influence or impact what we see. So the quote for today is, perspective is the lens. Perspective is the lens through the lens that impacts what we see. Thank you so much for joining in the conversation. I hope that was a colorful conversation for you. I love that I have saved up wrappers. It is a great way to look at things, a great way to acknowledge how different perspectives help us see things differently. Thank you, Rajiv. Keep shining your light. You too. And Eileen says, my perspective is always from the point of view, what is important to me, and does it allow me to feel good? How it impacts my mental, emotional state and others I am in experience with, positivity, inspiration, and uplifting. Absolutely. Thank you so much for engaging with the conversation. Tag a friend who needs to receive this message. And if this conversation has been of value to you, please write in comments saying, I am inspired. I am. Let's use the power of I am. The superpower, two words, I am. Use the power of I am and write I am inspired in comments. If this has been of value to you, have a phenomenal week ahead. You too, Lachelle. Thank you for joining. I am in comments if this has been of value to you. And until tomorrow, keep smiling, keep shining, stay safe, and thank you for connecting the thoughts with me. Thank you so, so much. Thanks.